Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at Energon Igniter's Power Plus series Shatter from the new Transformers Bumblebee movie out this fall. This guy, I believe, is a triple changer. This is his car mode, as you can see. I believe there's also another one of these with him in a plain alt mode, which I have not been able to find yet, but I believe he's a triple changer in the movie, so I think they made one for each mode instead of just making the toy actually be able to change through all three modes. But that's understandable. These are relatively smaller figures. It does come with the Energon Igniter core. You can hear it rattling around in there. We'll check out how that works. But basically, the Power Plus series is just the Power series with a core. So the individual $10 figures that are part of the Power series, they just throw a core in the box and call it Power Plus, charge you a couple extra bucks. Not a big deal. Taking a look on the back, you can see where the core plugs into the back to make it go. And then here are the transformation steps. If it looks familiar, it should. It's pretty much the exact same mold as Dropkick that we've already taken a look at. So I'll do a comparison with him as well. But let's go ahead and get Shatter out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here is Shatter out of the packaging. Here is the little core. Very basic, very similar to the other cores that have come with previous releases, so not too much to take a look at there. But here is Shatter. I like his head sculpt. It's kind of drone-ish, I will admit, but I do kind of like it. A lot of nice silver paint in the chest area. I think they did a pretty good job. You can see where they molded the hood of the car into his chest, even though it's also down here in his feet. But I think that's pretty neat. I think it looks cool. I like what they did with the design there. Articulation wise, head cannot move, arms move out to the side. He has elbow joints, legs move out to the side, and I guess technically if you want to call this his ankles, they move. But that's pretty much it. Now, as I said before, he's very similar to Dropkick. Here is Dropkick. You can see they are the same mold. Obviously there's remolding here in the chest. There's remolding here in the grill of the car. You can see in the feet. Obviously different head sculpts as well, but it's basically the same mold. What I like to do, because he has kind of a giant turtle shell back, how the gimmick works is you push these in, and this flips out, and this is where you would put the core. This would drop in here, which we'll take a look at in vehicle mode. But I kind of like to push that in for the robot mode just because it gives them a little bit of light here, so you can it kind of makes the head pop a little bit more, and it just makes him seem less ridiculously boxy, like the turtle shell doesn't stand out so much. Again, it's completely your preference. The official transformation is to just leave it like this with a giant turtle shell on his back, so whatever you like. But transformation is very simple. You peg the feet together, and then you just fold these down. Then you fold up the arms and push them in, and just kind of line this stuff up. There we go. A little bit of panel lining up. And there you go. That's basically it. That is the car. But it looks cool. I mean, it's a cool looking car. Feel like this. There we go. Let's say it's still not down all the way. It rolls nicely. Simple kind of black and red color scheme. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. This is supposed to fold down like that. Otherwise, it'll be in the way when you try to put the core in. So, definitely a crucial step. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool looking car. If we bring Dropkick in real quick and transform him as well, we can compare the two cars. So again, you can see very, very similar. But I think it's kind of cool because in the movie I get the impression that they kind of follow each other around. Almost like they're not brothers, but like they're teammates, partners, whatever term you want to use. So it makes sense that they'd have similar alt modes. Kind of like a Sunstreaker Sideswipe kind of situation from the original cartoon. But yeah, I think it's cool. So basically you push this down. And when you do that, it pops up this firing mechanism. I'm not sure if this is like a crazy jet engine or if it's supposed to be a weapon of some kind. I'm not really sure. But you take your core, you drop it down into there, and it kind of clicks into place. And then you just push it down, and it will go forward. So it's a very simple gimmick, but I think it's cool. And I don't know what it is, but with this plugged in and this popped up like this, it kind of reminds me of like Rodimus Prime or something with the Winnebago mode. I think it looks kind of neat. It's a little ridiculous, but I think it looks kind of neat. So if we unplug this, and the cores work on any of these, so you could bring this same core over here and pop it into Dropkick. And it would work on him just as well. So I don't know, it's kind of a silly little gimmick, and it doesn't do a whole lot, but I still think it's fun. And I like the fact that you can take it out so that if you don't want to have... Like, when I always think back to the original Throttlebots, and they had that giant piece that was like permanently molded into their feet, they found a way to take the functionality bit out so you can still have a pretty decent little robot mode. Now, I know that these things are not super articulated, but they're fairly decent little robot modes. And I mean, when you're $10 a piece, well, I guess $13 if you include the core, I think it can be fun. I think it's fairly simplistic, but I think for what it does, it's kind of like the one-step changers, if you think about it. It's like one-step changers that don't automatically transform. There's no spring-loaded gimmick. So you just have a little basic robot mode with limited articulation, and it has the capacity to use that gimmick. And then just for a size comparison, here is one of the speed figures, or the old kind of Legion class. Just for a size comparison, you can see these guys are not quite twice as tall, but maybe 1.5 times as tall, something like that. Almost twice as tall, I guess. Yeah, almost. So I think they're fun little figures. They're definitely basic, so know what you're getting going into it. But I think for what it is, for essentially a $10 toy, you know, decent paint, apps, decent articulation, and I think some of the sculpting in the head is pretty neat. And it makes a fun little car, quick little transformation. I think kids are going to like it. Easy to convert back and forth, and I think this gimmick can be kind of fun. Rather simplistic, but I think it can be kind of fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.